Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about Incognitro, the Indecipherable Felcycle mount. And for those of you who are not familiar with the mount, this is this really cool green Felcycle right here. If you don't have the mount, you can still get it. And I've put together an entire guide going through each of the different steps that you will need to do in order to get the mount. So this is something that will take you a little bit of time, but this is definitely worth it because the mount is pretty cool. And yesterday, Blizzard released a new article where they provided a little more information about this mount. So I'm not going to go through the entire article, I will share the link in the description, but basically this is a breakdown of all the different steps from this secret quest line, and also it's Blizzard explaining a little bit their thinking behind each of the different steps, behind each of the different puzzles, and providing more context on why exactly they decided to include all these different things and why for them it made sense to have all these things included in this secret quest line. So I think this is something that is definitely really interesting, especially for those of you who took part in the hunt for this secret and who really enjoyed it. I would recommend you to go and have a look. Personally, I think this is great that Blizzard is sharing a little bit more their thinking behind this type of really interesting content in the game. And I really hope that in the future we're going to get more of them. But what I want to bring your attention to is at the end of this article, and it's this little section right here, what comes next. So here they say, light only knows, perhaps more will come in a future update, perhaps in the future there will be more to discover about the Felcycle itself. Chief Engineer Ulzik seems to have hidden some additional capabilities behind protected codes. Stay tuned. So back in December, it was already hinted that there's definitely gonna have more to come with this mount. And now it's great to see that Blizzard is basically confirming that this is not over yet and that there will definitely have more things to discover about the mount. Probably it will be at some point before the release of the next expansion when they will have a content drought. Again, who knows? But what's good to know is that at least Blizzard is already thinking of ways to make this mount even more relevant and to add even more things linked to the mount. Here, I want to remind you two important things. The first one is that we still have these 3 voidish orbs to also resolve. So it means that there is definitely more to come with these different orbs. And so again, I think it would make sense to have these orbs resolved when we approach midnight because, well, these are voidish. And so these are definitely linked, I would say, to the void and to midnight and all of that. So definitely there's going to have more things you will be able to unlock when getting these different orbs resolved. Another thing that I want to remind you is that when you will be using your mount, you will unlock this new ability right here, Override Sequence, in your spellbook. You just want to go in your general tab. And with that, you will be able to use all the different numbers in order to enter different type of codes. So here, for instance, as you can see, when I click on it, first of all, you have all these little things that will appear around you, which is already in itself very, very cool. And then depending on which combination you enter, you will be able to do different type of things with your mount. So for instance here, let's say I enter 17. As you can see, with 17, there is this whole thing happening where there are like green fireworks that will come out of the mount. Sometimes you also have like just a trail of like fell flame behind your mount. And there are like many other interesting things. For instance, if you enter the code 418, you will be able to spawn a colored egg behind your mount that you will then be able to open in order to get a weird egg. So there are already a lot of different things you can do with this mount, and that's probably what we will be able to unlock later on. The one thing I'm hoping for is that maybe we will be able to unlock the flying ability of this mount, making it the only flying motorcycle mount in the game, which I think would be really cool and will make this mount even more relevant. But again, we'll have to wait and see exactly what Blizzard will come up with, even though I think this is super cool, the fact that you can have already all these different combinations with your mount and that you're able to do these different cool animations using your mount. So let's wait, let's see exactly what Blizzard is going to think about and what they're going to be able to come up with. but hopefully it's going to be some interesting tricks that this mount will be able to do. And of course, another thing that some people speculated was the fact that at some point we'll be able to also get the purple version of this mount that is still completely unknown right now. And so again, something we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it will be part of the things you will be able to unlock for your mount when using different type of codes or by completing the different orbs. Again, hopefully Blizzard will at some point provide more clarification about that and will at some point learn how to get the purple version of this cool motorcycle mount. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about what could be coming up next, and also what you think in general about this mount, about the secret quest line, and if you enjoyed or not taking part into this content. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!